All right, gentlemen, here we are for another lesson. Now we're finally introducing el preterito, the preterit. All right, so let's get started. Tonight, we're pretty much just taking a look at the preterite basic endings, along with just reminding ourselves what it's used for. El preterito. If you remember, preterito expresa, ¿qué expresa el preterito, chicos? El pasado simple. Remember, you can also say sencillo. Both of those words mean simple. So the preterite expresses simple past. What the heck does that look like in English? Basically, anything in the shortest, simplest way you can say it as a past action. Up to this point, we've used present perfect for I have done something. We've been doing the imperfect, which deals with continuing past actions or actions of habit, custom, routine. And that has phrases like I used to, I would do this, or I was doing this. This is just I did it. ED. We jumped. They helped. But there's also a lot of irregular English past verbs in our own language, like swam, ran, thought, right? So it's not always ED. So just watch out for that. All right, on to the Spanish. There is a set of endings for AR verbs. And there's also a set of endings for ER and IR verbs. And I'll just run you through them. Oh darn, this is going to auto-capitalize. That's all right. Aste, o. See if I can get that to not auto-capitalize. Oh well, I'll just correct it later. Aste, o. Accents on the E and the O. First person, third person. And aron. Repeat those with me. Aste, o. Amos, aron. Like most tenses, you just drop the end of the verb. You drop the AR, the ER, the IR. And then you add the ending. So, ella habló. Alrighty. It means she talked or she spoke. Y los acentos son primera y tercera persona singular. Take a look at the ER and IR endings. We can probably bring that a little closer. Ste, yo. And I know it's a little hard to see, but this I here is accented. So the accents are in the exact same place for the ER and IR verbs as they are for the AR verbs. They're on the yo form and the L, ea / usted form. So pretty much that's easy to figure out. First and third person singular. Everything else unaccented. Let's do an example with an ellos form. An ER-IR verb. Okay, ellos. Comieron huevos. Let's spell huevos correctly. Para el desayuno. So when you see, once you've got these memorized, you'll be able to see that end and go, oh, yeron. Oh, that's preterite. And it's the eos form. So whatever that verb is, it's they did it. Oh, it's the verb comer. So comer means to eat. So they, past tense of eat is ate. Remember what the rest of it is? Huevos. They ate eggs for el desayuno. Excellent. So that's all we're doing with the preterite. It's just simple past. It is a new set of endings to memorize. but overall not that hard. So let's go through them. Aste, o, amos, aron. ER and IR verbs are iste, yo, imos, ieron. In fact, let's practice a couple of them real quick. El, AR verb, that's habló. Good. Ellos, all right, let's go back and look. Ellos form is, it's aron, so hablar would be hablaron. All right, let's do an ER verb. Comer, comí is the yo form. As soon as you see yo, you're like, oh, that's going to take an accent. So I know it's either comí or comió. The whole thing. Juan, that's going to be a he form because Juan is a he. So he or she is either o or yo. What is it? It's an ER verb, so it's yo, comió. And that's how you pronounce it, not comio. The accent's on the O, so it's comió. And then vivir, el, ea, y, yo. As soon as you see y, yo, that makes it we, right? Because anybody and I is nosotros. So that's going to end with imos. So a couple things to take note of as we're wrapping up. Right, nosotros, as always, ends with mos. In every tense, no matter how regular or irregular a verb, it always ends with mos. La primera persona y tercera persona, first and third person, singular, only singular, llevan acentos. Nothing else. You might have noticed the AR and the IR, nosotros, should look familiar. I hear somebody saying, wait, Mr. Kaufman, I thought hablamos is present. Well, it is, and it's also preterite. Sort of like the English word read, you could pronounce that as read, as in the act of reading, or past tense, read. Now, in Spanish, they're pronounced the same, but similar idea that one is present and one is past. AR and the IR nosotros forms are the same as their present. This is also the only tense where the to form does not end with the letter S, right? Before that, it's always been, let's say it's future, hablarás, comerás. If it were the imperfect, it would be habas or ias if it's ER-IR. Not so here. This one's just aste or iste. So just watch out for that. Now, a trick, if you want to get those bonus points for vosotros, is to take any verb in the preterite and make it vosotros. Just take the to form, aste or iste, and add the is, asteis, isteis. I guess I should write this correctly. And there you have it. All right, gentlemen, so you have a little worksheet, 10 questions. The one side you're doing in the preterite, the other time you're doing it in the imperfect. Use those phrases we know about the imperfect, dealing with would, used to, was ing, for the imperfect, and simple past, like we talked, they ate, to be preterite. All right, have fun. We'll take a look at those tomorrow, and we'll also take a look at the verb hacer, which is irregular. All right, happy studying.